Hi, Brian McAvoy here with Inside Out Trading, and today we're going to talk about more blind spots. This one has to do with your mindset, which is really critical. Before we get started, make sure that you subscribe to this channel, and if you're on YouTube, make sure that you go ahead and click the notification bell. Now, of course, in trading, your mindset really affects everything, because that's the attitude, the filters, your whole perspective. It's just, that's what you bring with your trading. And trading is a decision-making process. It really is. I mean, the whole activity is about, taking in information, evaluating it, making decisions, and acting on those decisions. So your mindset really influences your decision-making tremendously. And one blind spot that really affects traders big time, it's important because one challenge with trading is, avoiding getting caught up in individual trades. You're sitting there, you're watching the screen, and you're watching the things move, and you're watching the next candle form, and all this kind of stuff, and it can be really consuming and involving. And to remain detached when you're trading is really critical for good decision making. To be able to sit back and whatever the markets might do, to remain emotionally detached so that you make good, clear, sound decisions based on your logical thinking and not emotional thinking. Emotional thinking is what causes the regrettable losses, and it really just, so your mindset, like I said, is huge. And okay, so one of the big challenges that a lot of traders have is how do you remain detached while you're trading? How can you distance yourself, because you're in the middle of the trade, man, you got money riding on this. And you lost, yesterday you lost money, and you got to get it back. And so you have all this stuff that can really just suck you in. And for good trading purposes, you need to be able to pull back. So how can you do that? Well, this blind spot that I'm talking about really is an awareness. And one thing that a lot of traders forget, and this is why it's a blind spot, and it affects you, is it's really important for you to remember that before you ever placed your first trade, you were a business investor, and you chose this business out of the thousands of choices of places and businesses where you could have invested your, the money that you put into your trading. You could have put that money in a ton of other places. So at that point, you were a business investor. You're saying, okay, I've got this money. I want to, I'm going to put it over here where I can put it to work and make more money. So you were a business investor, and you really had literally thousands of choices of other places that you could put your money, but you chose trading. And it really doesn't matter from the perspective of your investment. Lots of good choices for you to, places for you to invest your money, the very profitable things you could have invested in, but you chose trading. And it's really important that from a mindset standpoint, that you keep that in mind, that even while your trades are going on, that you remember you're the investor in this business, and you're not just trying to make some money today. You're the investor in the business. You got into this because you wanted to build a long-term asset, and you want it to work, and you want it to work reliably and predictably, so that you can have some financial security in it, so that next week and next month and 3 months from now, 6 months from now, this year, you're going to make money. So keeping in mind the perspective that you're the investor in this business, and if the business isn't working, well, then you need to fix whatever's not working. Not just this trade, but the machine, your business. This is the business that you've invested in. Well, business is a financial machine. It's an organized activity that you systemize so that you get that predictability, that repeatability, that security in knowing what's going, what's going to happen. And if the machine isn't working, okay, don't just get bunched up over this one trade, or oh my God, the market's moved, or there's another stupid news announcement that's thrown everything off, or it just broke through the resistance point. No. If things aren't working, you have to always remember you're the investor in this business. And if the business isn't working, you need to go fix the business, fix the operation, find out what's not working on a consistent basis, not on a trade by trade basis. But you got to fix the machine. And if the machine's not working, at some point you got to say, hey guys, we need to take a little break here and reevaluate what's going on, because the machine's not working. It's sputtering around. It's not reliable. One day we're up, one day we're down, and it's kind of a crapshoot. Or if things are going generally well, but and all of a sudden things take a turn. It's been working, now it's not working. Okay, let's not focus on the trades or the news or any of that kind of stuff. Let's look at the machine. Let's look at the business. And same thing, if it goes, gangbusters upside. Okay, well, what did we do that worked? And how can we, do that again and again and again? How can we make that part of the everyday machine and do it in a knowing basis? But see, that really understanding and remembering that this is a business and you're a business investor, not just somebody trying to make money. You're not trying to, make up for the hurt that happened yesterday or, and again, getting caught up in the day-to-day activities and the experiences of it, but looking at it from that detached standpoint. This is a business that I've invested in, and I want it to be a good business. I want it to be organized. I want it to be a long-term asset that generates income and wealth for me. And so I'm going to maintain that awareness, even when I'm in the individual trades. You keep that, in your awareness that regardless of what's going on at the moment, this is a business. This is a long-term endeavor. This isn't just today or this week. This is a long-term endeavor. And if what's going on isn't working, okay, let's step back and see what we need to go fix from a business perspective. And approaching it as a business, this is why, venture capitalists, they're thrilled to, invest in new businesses or expanding businesses because, approach properly, this is a lot of fun. It's a good long-term asset. It's, it's doing all the good things and providing all the good things that you want, but you have to go about it in a sensible, logical, business smart manner. Okay. So I wanted to just bring this up to you because, again, it's so easy from the psychology of trading standpoint, from a mindset standpoint, this is a big blind spot that a lot of traders, they're just sitting there fighting the day-to-day. It's, oh man, I lost money yesterday, and so they're caught up in the day-to-day and they forget or they become blinded to. They don't see. Wait a minute, I'm a business investor. This is a business that I've invested in. If it's not working, I'm going to give it 6 months or a year. And so many thousands of dollars, and if it's not working at that point, then I'm going to stop and decide if I want to continue with this business or go put my money somewhere else. The other aspect of being a business investor is opportunity cost. If you already put 3 or 4 or 5 years into your trading and it's just plain not working, well, maybe it's time for you to stop and say, maybe I should pursue something else. This is a business. This isn't about me and my identity and me as a failure and all that kind of stuff. This is a business. If the business fails, it fails. If it wasn't right for me, that's okay. That's the reality of it, and I can accept that. And let's move on to something else. If you want to continue with trading, okay, let's say, all right, well, let's step back and see if we can approach it differently, because the approach that I've been using obviously isn't one that works, at least not for me. So let's step back, see how we can approach things differently. But again, if you can step back and remember that you're a business investor, you're not locked into this. You're not married in it. It's not part of your identity. It's not going to define who you are, and whether you're a winner or a loser or a hero or a failure, any of that kind of stuff. It's a business. That's all it is, and this will help you remain detached. If it's not working, let's see if we can fix it. If we're wrestling with it for a while and it's just something that ain't working, and man, I'm for a certain it makes sense to invest a certain amount of time and money. But beyond a certain point, it's like, man, I'm just kind of wasting my time and money here. So that detachment will help you keep your emotions in check. It'll help you keep a proper perspective on things. But again, it's a blind spot. If you lose the awareness of it, you won't see it, and you'll get caught up in the day-to-day stuff that keeps you chasing things and keeps you running around in circles. So keep that in mind. Now, we're going to continue these blind spot videos. Hope you enjoy that. And if you found this useful, hopefully you have. If if you think other traders would benefit from it, share it. Subscribe down below, because I'm going to be publishing more in this series, and of course on different topics having to do with trading and being a good trader, becoming a winning trader. So go ahead and subscribe if you want to. But anyway, again, I hope this has been helpful. We'll talk to you soon. Cheers.